Welcome back to the MMR-TV news special on Teflon. It's a material that can be found in just about anyone's home, but is it really that safe? New research from the USA's Environmental Protection Agency suggests that dangerous synthetic contaminant called PFOA in the material may be causing cancer. But before we go on, what is Teflon? Teflon was discovered in 1938 by Roy Plunkett, who was working to try to create a new chlorofluorocarbon refrigerant. He noticed a metal canister he had been using to hold a gas weighed heavier than before, and upon cutting it open, found that it was coated in a white waxy material. Ultimately, he had polymerized perfluoroethylene, or PFE, with the help of an iron-based catalyst from the container. The polymer, polytetrafluoroethylene, or PTFE, is composed of a long chain of PFE molecules which is essentially a carbon bonded to two fluorines over and over. PTFE is synthesized by first creating PFE gas, which is achieved by mixing a mineral called fluorspar, hydrofluoric acid, and chloroform under very high heat. The resulting gas is cooled to a liquid, and pumped into a reaction chamber with water, a catalyst and the dangerous perfluoroctanoic acid, or PFOA. This chemical acts as an emulsifier, meaning that it allows for the clean separation of the newly formed polymers, almost immediately allowing for long stringy masses of PTFE to form, looking somewhat like shredded coconut. The liquid is then drained, and the tiny polymers are milled to create a flour-like powder. That powder can then be tumbled with a solvent such as acetone to form tiny pellets. The pellets can be shipped as is, but are more often gradually heated to a gel-like state to be molded into billets. One of the most common uses of PTFE is as a non-stick coating for cookware. To coat them, pans are first cleaned thoroughly, and then bathed in hydrochloric acid to etch the metal. The PTFE is either rolled on in thin layers, cut from the aforementioned billets, or sprayed on as a milky solution. Several layers are used, with a short baking period between each, before sintering the pans, allowing the PTFE to mold uniformly against the metal. PTFE may also be used to coat bearings, gears and other sliding parts, as the substance has the third lowest coefficient of friction of any known solid. Many pipes may also be coated with it, or else sealed with Teflon tape to fix cracks and prevent leaks. It may also be used to coat the containers of superacids, and other lab equipment to prevent corrosion. It is also used to coat clothing such as windbreakers to waterproof them. But how does Teflon, also known as Gore-Tex, actually work? Simply put, PTFE is hydrophobic, meaning that water and water-based substances will not wet it, or react with it. Fluorine's high electronegativity allows for very low London dispersion forces between the polymerized molecules. When water contacts the molecules, instead of carbon reacting, fluorine can create tiny hydrogen bonds and prevent the chain from being broken. Despite the concern, the dangers of PFOA are not totally understood. It's thought that it can cause kidney damage, increased cholesterol and uric acid levels, as well as mesothelioma. The EPA is unsure just how it is exposed to general populations, as it is not in the final product of Teflon. Technically speaking, the chemical would not be in the PTFE polymers, although in high-scale industrial manufacturing, contamination may occur. In general though, how it is ingested is still under scrutiny. Other sources may include microwave popcorn bags, water, food, and carpet cleaning products. DuPont, the main producer of Teflon, has pledged to eliminate its use by 2015. So while PFOA is a potential harm, there is little to no evidence supporting its presence in Teflon. Though are there any other reasons to believe Teflon is harmful? If heated over 350 degrees Celsius, the polymer may begin to break down, releasing fumes that can cause irritation to the ears, nose and throat. The highest baking temperature, generally for vegetables, occurs around 230 degrees, so there is no chance of the material breaking down without someone looking to overheat the pan. But enough about the dangers. The use of Teflon-coated pans help prevent the need for fats or oils to help stop food from sticking, and so its use can promote a lower fat diet. Additionally, because of its low reactivity, it is not affected by acids, alcohols, hydrocarbons, coolants, elastomers, synthetic compounds or solvents, and thus, it can resist high wear. This means that coatings will last longer, and so they will not need to be replaced often. Stay tuned for our headlines on MMR TV News.